I've laid out all the photographs on the floor at the very far end of this Cardiff school picture, that this one here is someone called Rosemary. So we think that this girl, Rosemary, is probably the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Farr here. Oh my gosh, look at this. He's in the Dictionary of Welsh Biography. They had 5 children, 3 sons and 2 daughters. This picture, this feels 1930s to me. If this is 1930s, it can't be a grandchild. It just cannot be one of their grandchildren, can it? Now, according to that Dictionary of Welsh Biography, there was another daughter. Now, I'm starting to wonder if the other daughter is Rosemary. Oh, I just don't know. Well, let's try and find this other daughter to see if we can find them. So, did they have a daughter called Rosemary? Let's have a little look on the birth index here, because all the children are going to have been born in Cardiff. And you can see from William's birth entry, from it's in the September 1924 quarter, the mother's maiden name is Davies. So I think we need to see who we can find for their children. And we know that the place is going to be Cardiff. Let's do 1924 plus or minus 10 years. Davies, let's have a look what it brings up. Look, there's a Rosemary. Rosemary, David, look. There is Rosemary. Gosh, look at that. There's Priscilla. There's Peter. Right, so let's just go through here. So William, there he is, 1924. Rosemary, 1922. These aren't Davies, you see. Let me just make this exact, because let me make that exact, because then it will remove all the other ones that are not, that we don't want. And let's make Cardiff exact as well, because it will remove everybody. Yeah, and look, here we go. It's much clearer now, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4 Farrs here. And we can clearly see that Rosemary was their other daughter. So what happened to Rosemary Farr? Because I know that on the backs of these we're referring to the grandparents Farr. Were all these photographs in the possession of one of Rosemary's children? We need to find out if Rosemary got married and what happened to her. But for now, we can add Rosemary, who was the mystery name, into the family tree that we've got here. She was born before the 31st of March because her birth was registered in the 1922 March quarter, but she could have been born in December 1921, maybe even November, because I think you had 6 weeks to register birth. So, but we know it was before that time. But these must have come down via Rosemary. There is no question really, otherwise her photos would not be here. Right, so we've now put Rosemary in. I don't know what it might bring up for her if we do a search. Oh, she's here. She's in someone's tree. She died in 2020. Announcement of the death and funeral of Rosemary Adams née Farr. So she married someone, according to this, John Haldane Adams, and had children, 2 children, and had 4 grandchildren. You never quite know, do you, why these photographs end up not wanted and on eBay? You just have no idea. Sometimes lines die out, sometimes people don't care. 19th of September 2020, it was in COVID. So many strange things at that time. And somehow, all her collection of photographs have ended up with me, via eBay. Anyway, they're going to be going to Cardiff Library. So they'll be safe for loads of generations to see them there. And maybe the grandchildren, their grandchildren or children or somebody or anybody related to Harry and Elsie Olive will be able to find them and see them there in the future, rather than being in the drawer or maybe thrown away by someone else who ends up with them. So it's a nice story. It's a nice story.